Hi, and welcome to another edition of Meet a Mentalist. I'm joined here today by Robert Micek. Robert, you want to say hi?
Hey everyone.
Good to have you, man. You ready to rock? You know what you're getting into here?
Yeah, I do believe I have a great understanding of what that, and I'm eating it up every day. Yes.
Great. All right. So you know how we do this. Let's start on the personal side. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your family?
Sure. Yeah, I've been married for a really long time. Beautiful wife, Shar. She is elementary school teacher with a master's in special ed. She works in St. Vrain School District, just a little bit south of us. I've got 3 children. They're all attempting adulting currently. Uh, 2 of them just moved down to Denver, actually, one to for work and the other one to start university down there.
Very good. Very good. That's a little bit of a setup to my next question, which is where do you live? Sounds like somewhere above Denver.
Right. So I'm only about an hour and a half north of Denver. So it's pretty close to the home office, but far enough that you don't have to go down to Denver unless I want to go to the zoo, the nature science, do some arts and festivals and things like that, or visit my wonderful people at the office.
Sure. Yeah, you're overdue for one of those office visits, by the way. What city is that?
Fort Collins.
Fort Collins, Colorado, which I think is home to Colorado State University, yes?
Yes. So it is a small town, about 130,000 people, but it's got a, college influx of students. So, it's hard to get a table during school when school's in. And, but it's like low and slow enough of a pace of life that it's really great. We really enjoyed it ever since we moved here.
Yeah, that's great. You, your wife, Shar, 3 children working on adulting, a couple of them moving to the big city, but not so far away that they can't come home for dinner once in a while.
That's right. They already have.
Very good. Very good. All right, work side, what do you do for the agency?
Yeah, well, I like to think that I bring some really positive energy and, great skill levels to the company, but my role is activation manager. So what that involves is, I get to, it's kind of a privilege to be able to interface with the clients and just consult with them or, throughout the course of their support contract. And that could be 6 months, 9 months, a year, 2 years long. So I really get a chance to embed myself really deep in as part of like a team member with them so that we can kind of see where they're at current state, consult, talk about where they could be for future state, and then, execute and implement it and get them there and watch the outcomes. So I feel like there's nothing more satisfying than that.
Awesome. So as an activation manager, one of the things you're charged with is helping our clients grow with HubSpot. I think simply put, yes.
Yes.
Very good. And so a lot of that, helping them maybe bringing a little bit of brain power plus horsepower to the table. So the consultative strategic piece. So where do you want to go? What are you trying to accomplish? And then actually be able to do some heavy lifting for them too, and jump in and lend a set of hands, some in-app expertise, help them build out and sort of realize that vision as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's like putting together a puzzle where you don't know what some of the pieces look like. And so we get to kind of define that, consult around that, test things out, and then arrive, at the best solution for the client.
Excellent. And you probably need some experience and expertise to be able to pull that off with any level of success. How long have you been in the industry, working with HubSpot, working with clients? Like, what's that look like for you experience wise?
Well, experience-wise, yeah, I've always been in CRMs. I've got a lot of professional experience in sales and marketing, but the commonality really was like the tech stack. And that's really what drove my interest, my passion was that, getting into these programs, being able to build a stack of technology that would just really be performance oriented, has just always been, my heart. And I want that for like all of our clients. So I've been, I want to say over 20 years, dealing with clients with CRMs, HubSpot, Salesforce, all the big guys.
At 20 years, brother, you dated yourself. If you didn't date yourself with all of my kids are trying to be adults right now. You certainly dated yourself with your industry experience, but also like, what a treat to be able to bring so much, life experience, business experience, tech experience to the table. I would imagine that's something that a lot of clients value is your history of perspective and experience. Probably shapes a lot of the solutions you bring to the table. Would you agree?
Yeah, it really does. I kind of tend to listen first and ask exploratory questions that really kind of help uncover, maybe priorities that they didn't realize that they had, that they should have. And so, yeah, I like to be able to bring that expertise to really open up the conversations, build trust with the client, and and then figure out those puzzle pieces and put them together and see how things go.
I love it. I love it. Good analogy. Give me an example. Good analogy. How about a real life example? Like, what's something really cool that you've been working on recently? Maybe some solve you brought in for a client or a big idea. Like, you got anything come to mind?
Yeah, I've had nothing but great experiences since I landed in Instrumental Group, and it's just really been amazing to me the response that I'm getting not only from my teammates and the company, but also the clients. So uh, I didn't really uncover this opportunity that kind of unfolded. The client actually brought it to me the other day, and they really want to expand and scale HubSpot across all their departments. It's going to mean, a lot more projects, a lot more hours, um, individual scopes of work for each department. And, I got to be honest with you, when he's describing this, he emailed me and he's like, we got to have a meeting immediately. And so 30 minutes later, we're in the meeting and he's describing this. And, the hairs on my arms were standing up and, I just got big, warm, fuzzy feeling and I really look forward to that. So we're starting to put that into motion and start, as far as planning and get prepared for that. But yeah, that was something really super cool. Super cool.
Yeah, no, sounds like single platform. One of the things HubSpot's excellent for, like sometimes it feels like people start with HubSpot with a specific team or discipline. It's sales, it's marketing or whatever. And then they catch the vision of what's possible with a single pane of glass, getting everybody in one spot, getting multiple teams operating effectively within their job roles from a single communication center in HubSpot. And it sounds like that's dead center. I don't know if who wants to hear that more, me or HubSpot, but maybe both of us, right? Because that really illustrates just the power and capabilities that HubSpot has to really expand the operations beyond maybe what they originally bought HubSpot for. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely. I see kind of the light bulbs going off all the time, discovering and discussing these things with the clients that when they understand that HubSpot has those capabilities or features that they didn't even know existed, and I bring them to the table, all of a sudden, it's like firecrackers. They're going off, they're, thinking, envisioning new future state for themselves. And I kind of feed off that energy. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. Some good, solid creative cooperation and maybe like the art of what's possible just starts to unlock the ideas and the ability to consolidate, streamline, automate, enable, empower, activate, all those kind of buzzwords sort of like start clicking in my mind of like what's possible with HubSpot. And it sounds like that's a big thing that's like, yeah, maybe a motivator or a passion for you is to see our clients have that level of success with HubSpot.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I want to see them be successful. I want all my teammates to be successful. And if there's any role for me to play in that, I'm always happy to. Yes.
Excellent. All right, enough of the work stuff. Let's bounce back on the personal side. When you're not having fun in HubSpot, what do you do for fun, like hobbies, interests? Whoa, there went a cat right through. Timeout. Who's the cat?
All right. The cat's name is Junie. She's our little house panther. And Hannah actually has a kitty with the same name. So we screamed when we found that out. We had the cat the same name.
That's amazing. Junie wanted to be on camera. She wanted to make a guest appearance, and there it went.
Nice work.
Very good. All right. So, fun. What's fun look like for Robert? You get a day off, you're on vacation. What do you enjoy doing in free time, man?
Yeah, we really love food and art. That is like our passion, and my wife and I share that together. So we do a lot of traveling. One of our favorite places to go is Santa Fe, New Mexico. It's a great mix of Colorado, New Mexican, Mexico, Navajo, Mexican food. And then, of course, the margaritas and tequila. It just kind of goes hand in hand. And then along with the art festivals and, there's all kinds of galleries down there. And Fort Collins has a great little old town here. Uh, Fort Collins is actually known. We're on the list of having more restaurants per capita than almost every city in the country. So there is always new places to eat for us. It's always an adventure. There's always art exhibits, festivals that are going on. The city just really does a lot of amazing things. So we actually spend kind of a lot of time here in Fort Collins enjoying it. But we also like to go to, like I mentioned, Santa Fe, Costa Rica, Florida, South Carolina, and Hawaii, specifically for watching turtles hatch. So we're really big. My wife's huge into that, got me hooked. So yeah, we travel to be able to experience that as well.
Oh, that's great, man. Travel, art, and you're a foodie. You put all those together. I mean, you can probably experience some of that no matter where you go, right? That really cool. And sounds like you're in a good spot. It feels like Fort Collins sounds like a real good home for you. A lot of the things that pique your interests and passions are right in your back door, and then you can sort of spike out and travel elsewhere to have similar experiences.
Absolutely, absolutely. Never looked back after we moved here. Born and raised in Denver, and then 20 years ago moved up to Fort Collins, and I'm pretty sure we'll probably end up retiring here too.
That's great, man. Really, really good. Been a pleasure getting to know you a little bit today, talking through some of these things, personal life, professional life, really, really solid. But you know how we end things here on Meet a Mentalist. Something maybe to inspire us beyond some sort of quote. You got any maybe inspirational literature, some quote that you find value in, you think others might like?
Yeah, absolutely. And I've got two real quick that kind of go hand in hand, but they are 2,000 years apart. And so Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor, gladiator, philosopher, um, one of my favorite quotes from his is happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. And so to take
Happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts.
right? So then to follow that up with a quote from Stephen Covey within our core curriculum, I love this. Happiness, like unhappiness, is a proactive choice. So, in my life, when I understood that fully, that I was totally in control of my own happiness, regardless of the external things, chaos that can kind of happen. It was really a life-changing event. And I would want that for everyone.
Yeah, it's really good. It's perspective, right? Like the exact same situation you can approach that situation with two very different perspectives, and sort of like one as though everything is a gift and one as though nothing is a gift type of approach. Somebody I admire once said happiness is an inside job, which I think very, very closely correlates with both of those quotes. So all the way back, way before Russell Crowe, all the way back to the real Maximus was that perspective, and then to dovetail that with Stephen Covey, I think is magnificent. Give me both those quotes back to back.
Happiness, like unhappiness, is a proactive choice. And the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts.
Really, really well said. My compliments to both of those phenomenal humans for those quotes, and I'm really happy to hear that's something you've latched onto, brother. I love your mental approach to everything. You've got a tremendous attitude. You got a great perspective, great experience, of course. But I just don't think enough can be said about like the mental approach. And I think that quote really represents who you are really well. And I hope those quotes inspire others too. Great job today, Robert. Really nice to have you on the show. Great to have you at the agency. Love working with you, brother. And you do owe us a trip down here. So come down for maybe one of our Wednesday meetings and a happy hour or something like that.
You bet. You bet. Thank you so much, Eric. I appreciate it.
Yeah, good to see you, man. I'll have a margarita waiting for you.
Excellent. I'm there.
All right. Take care, Al.